friends, my name is Shayla and today I'm here to film my top 5 Josei series of all time. Now, no one is going to be surprised that one particular manga has 3 of the 5 top spots. So I'm just going to be candid about that right there up front out of the gate. So I'm going to talk about the other 2 first and then we'll talk about my queen. So anyways, let's go ahead and dive right in here. So the first one on this list is probably going to surprise someone because I know not everybody loved this series, and that is Everyone's Getting Married. Now, Everyone's Getting Married is a series about 2 adults. One is very much has always wanted to get married and the other has never wanted to get married. And so it's about them going through and fielding a romantic relationship together. It's really interesting. I really liked how it plays out. It's plenty smutty for those who like the smuts, but not like, it's a little more fade to black, not super graphic. So I'll tell you that right up front. But yes, anyways, this was wild and fun. Some of the stuff that they deal with is really interesting and other of it is so outlandish that you're just like, what did I just read? But anyways, it's fun. I really enjoyed it. This is complete at 9 volumes out through the Shoujo Beat imprint at Viz. And again, highly recommend. Next up is one from another one of my favorite mangakas that made it onto my shonen list, and that is Frau Faust by Core Yamazaki. This is the mangaka of The Ancient Magus Bride. This one is a little bit darker. This one deals with the legend of Faust. So in this one, we are essentially following Johanna Faust, who made a deal with a demon, and she comes in contact with this young man named, what's his name? So she comes in contact with Marion. Marion wants to follow Faust on this journey as she tries to recollect the parts of this demon that she's made a contract with, kind of as a little game for the 2 of them before her time is up. She had 100 years to do it, and it's really interesting. I love how this plays out. The ending was fantastic. This is complete at 5 volumes. This is out through Kodansha. Or Kodansha, sorry, I always say that weird. But yes, Frau Faust is one of my favorites. Again, this is another one that I think shonen and seinen readers would really enjoy. This does get a little more graphic on the violent side, but it's tame enough that I can handle it, because a lot of it I can't handle, but this one I can for whatever reason. So again, highly recommend this series. And now here we are to talk about my queen. I have a dedicated video to this particular mangaka that I will leave linked for you, and that is the works of Akiko Higashimura. Currently in the US, there are 3 series that she has published, but we're getting another one on Christmas Eve. So let's just start at the beginning. The first one that we got from her was Princess Jellyfish. Princess Jellyfish is about a young otaku named Tsukimi. She is a jellyfish otaku. She's been obsessed with all things jellyfish ever since she was young, because it has a correlation with her mother who has passed away. And through a circumstance involving a jellyfish named Clara, she meets this beautiful stranger on the cover, and everything in Tsukimi's life changes, as well as the house that she lives in with all of the other otaku/neets. I believe they're classified as neets in this series. So these are women in their 30s who don't work and just live off mommy and daddy, and just spend all the money that the little bit of money they do get on all of their geeky things rather than being responsible adults about it. So anyways, a lot of people don't love this series because of their depiction of these Amars, as we call them in the series. But I love the social message that she's trying to articulate here, is that not everybody will fit all boxes, but all people are good. And I think that's great. It's a beautiful message. This is a complete series. You can get the lovely box set of this. There are 9 omnibuses, and it's one of my all-time faves. I just love it. Next, we have her most recently completed series, and that is Tokyo Terroreba Girls. This is about 3 women in their early 30s who have the goal to fall in love and get married by the 2020 Olympics in Japan. So as this series is complete at 9 volumes out from Kodansha. Oh, Princess Jellyfish is also out from Kodansha, I forgot to mention. When I read the end of this series, I felt like it wrapped up really, really well. And then what I found out right after finishing this is that we're getting the spin-off sequel, which is Tokyo Terroreba Girls Returns. So we will get to find out in the second series whether these women end up married to people that they're with or not. So this is a fun journey. I know not everybody likes this because there is a particularly unlikable character, but by the end of the series, I was okay with that particular character. So that's all I'm going to say about that because I don't want to get super spoilery. But this is one that I definitely recommend people check out, especially if you're on the older end of the manga and anime community, because I think a lot of the dialogue that is happening in the series is easily relatable in your 30s, like I am. And like I say, I grew very attached to the women in this series and I really loved it. And then last but not least on this list is Blank Canvas, which is Akiko Higashimura's autobiography. This is 3 volumes in, and I believe there's only 5 or 6. There's not too many in this series, but this is her telling her story about how she became a mangaka, and it's amazing. Like, she calls herself on her bad behavior, and she's like, why were you so stupid? Sensei, I should have trusted you. Like, it's almost like an ode to her sensei, and it's beautiful and amazing, and I cry all the time when I read this. It's stunning. I love it. Definitely recommend that people check this out. Especially if you've ever been interested in becoming a mangaka, you can watch her journey and see if you relate to bits and pieces of it or any of those kinds of things. But it's amazing. I absolutely love it. So friends, these are my top 5 Josei series of all time. I love them oh so much. They make my heart incredibly happy, and I will always cherish these series because they mean a whole heckin' ton to me. So thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I genuinely appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying the 25 days of manga so far, and I will see you guys in the next one.